What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. Back again. I know it's been a while, but it is what it is. We got lives to live, you know what I'm saying? So we're here. NBA playoffs about to start today in about a half hour. If it ain't started now, between the Washington Wizards and the Toronto Raptors. We get together. We're giving you our 2-minute deposit on the NBA playoffs. It's usually called the 2-cent deposit. But we're going to call it the 2 minutes deposit. Each of us got 2 minutes to say what we got to say about each game. Here right now, I got my partner in crime of Get With It Sports. Got Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
What up, people?
All right. And our guest here, who actually really not a guest. He could go in the cup and get his own plate. So we got Raphael, a.k.a. Mr. Controversy from 3-Point Conversion. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? Y'all got any food in there, man? We're going to get some food. We're going to walk in and just get it.
All right. Somewhere we got some food, but right now we talking NBA playoffs. We're going to go with the Eastern Conference right now. I'll go first. Then next will be Brandon. Then next will be Mr. Controversy. So let's get it cracking. First on the docket, we got the number 1 Atlanta Falcons that finished the season 60-22, going up against the number 8 Brooklyn Nets that finished the season under 500 with 38-44. During the regular season, the Hawks put it on the Nets. They won all 4 games that they played. Nets clinched the berth on the last day of the season. Paul Millsap got a destroyed shoulder. Well, not destroyed, shoulder injury. Let me put the clock on right now for me and let you know. Al Horford, Paul Millsap going to be a key factor for the Atlanta Hawks to advance in the Eastern Conference. Dennis Schroeder, I was shocked that he was turned out to be the guard that he is. Atlanta Falcons, record speaks for itself. I think they're going to advance this game. Brooklyn Nets, they just better be happy that they made it to the playoffs. They snuck up in the back door. Brook Lopez, it's all up to what he brings to the floor. I think he might be he's definitely a top 10 center, Brook Lopez. But in this game, we don't know we're going to get in Darren Williams. He's overrated to me. Joe Johnson, he's not consistent enough. All in all, it's going to be quick, fast, and hopefully painless for the Brooklyn Nets. But I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. They will sweep. They will win all 4 games, first 4 games, and knock them out real quick. The only bad thing about Atlanta Falcons is the Thabo Sefolosha injury he had after the nightclub incident where he fractured his leg. They need that defense to advance further in the playoffs. But for this round, this game, this series, I'm going with Atlanta Hawks in 4. What you got, Brandon?
Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head with Brooklyn just happy to be there, you know, for whatever reason. I guess they needed to fill a roster with 8 teams going out of the East, so they they slid in by default. Atlanta, you know, Atlanta got the best record out of it over here, but ain't nobody talking about Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta, they've done it all season, but ain't nobody talking about Atlanta.
Okay.
So that's kind of good and bad, kind of, you know, scary a little bit, but they don't, bottom line, they don't get no respect. They ain't getting no respect. Okay, that's the NBA guys ain't showing them no love or whatever. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do against Brooklyn, a team that ain't got nothing to lose. You know, they got all that. Brooklyn always has star power, but them guys never really played together. You know, Johnson, Lopez, Darren Williams. He like he should stay in Utah. He should stay. He just should stay in Utah.
You're right.
But you know, Atlanta, they got a team of good players. I ain't gonna say they got no star players, even though they sent 4 guys to the All-Star game. I'm taking Atlanta in 4 also. I think they're gonna sweep Brooklyn. It won't be a problem, even without Thabo.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Mr. Controversy. You're on the clock.
Basically, you all said it all. Brooklyn, their problem is they just don't want it. I mean, you never know what you're going to get. Joe Johnson might step up just because he's playing his former team. I mean, we all know his game is sweet. That Joker, he got a nice game. And with Cephaloshes not being there, that could be problems. You know, Bazemore can't he can't guard him. Mm-hmm. I know they have Carroll, but DeMar Carroll, I don't think he can stop Joe Johnson. But with Atlanta passing the ball, making cuts, Korver coming off screens, and it should be an easy route. But like I said, with Brooklyn, you have Joe Johnson. Darren Williams can, if he wants to, he can overpower T and Schroeder. Mm-hmm. I think Schroeder is going to come off the bench and do his thing with the Hawks. You know, I like Schroeder's game. But Brook Lopez, man, like Shaq would say, this barbecue chicken. I know they say I look like a light-skinned version of Shaq, but I say that's barbecue chicken. I mean, he should go off. But, again, Brooklyn, you know, they don't want it unless they try to lose on purpose just so they can play the Hawks.
Right.
But for the most part, I got the Hawks in 6.
6? You giving Brooklyn 2 games?
I got them in 6.
Okay. All right. Cool. We're going to move on to the next series. We got the number 2 Cleveland Cavaliers that finished the season 53-29, going up to Boston Celtics. Finished the number 7 seed Boston Celtics finished the season 40-42. Another under 500 team. The Celtics went 24-12 to finish the season off. Brad Stevens, I believe, should be up for Coach of the Year for what he doing. He's making sugar out of ish.
Go get that charger. Please don't come to the camera. Go get the charger.
He has.
Thanks for the camera.
If you put the coaches up, I think Brad Stevens, if he had enough players, he could actually out-coach David Black. But, of course, we know we got the best player in the league and LeBron James on the other side. Oh, let me hit this clock. I'm sitting here give you my stuff now.
We got about a minute and 20 seconds left. Go ahead.
Right? You got the big 3, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Love. But let's not forget that center is a monster, too, in Tiffany Mozgov. You got J.R. Smith hitting threes. He's lighting it up right now. Then you got Iman Shumpert coming off the bench. Sean Marion with his defense. Boston, I like what you did. You made it to the number 7 seed. Only person I could even mention on the team is actually Isaiah Thomas. Evan Turner, he hasn't stepped up, but it is what it is. Boston, like Mr. Controversy said on the radio show, Boston didn't even expect to probably be there, but they're there. They showed up. Let's see what happens. But right here on this game, I'm going to go with another sweep. It's not even going to be a gentleman's sweep. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 4. What say you, Brandon?
This one's going to be a little different for me. You know, Boston, they tougher than Brooklyn, okay? Tougher than Brooklyn. They scrappier than Brooklyn. They may be hungrier than Brooklyn without the talent that Brooklyn has.
Okay.
You know, so Cleveland's Cleveland, and you know what they're gonna put out there. You know, they filet mignon. You know, going up against pork chop. You know, so I think though, average. I think that Boston is gonna give them all they can handle. They won't win that series, of course. I think Boston's gonna win one of those games because that's the one game Cleveland's gonna take a break on. You know, they good for that. You know. And that's basically it. They won't be no won't be no seven game series or no double overtime wins and like that. Cleveland they pretty much is gonna try to jump on them and take them out, you know, immediately. The only chance Boston having this if they win that first game.
Okay.
then that can backfire because that could wake a team like Cleveland up and like, you know what, hey. You know,
right.
But I'm going with Cleveland in 5. I'm giving Boston one game.
Okay, cool. Mr. Controversy.
it's gonna be a sweep, man. As Glass stated, Boston didn't foresee themselves in this position. I don't think they even wanted to be in this position. As far as maybe Danny Ainge, I think with the coach, excuse me, it's Brad Stevens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Brad. I think he's relishing the moment. So are the players. Oleg, I can't think of his last name. The guy with the white hair, long hair. Oleg, I like his game. They got a few players. Evan Turner came out. He's coming up big for Boston right now. I think he's a big surprise. But again, it's no matchup. There's no match for Cleveland. LeBron with his experience. Kyrie, who's going to guard Kyrie? The guards are too small to guard Kyrie. So I don't need 2 minutes. Like I said, it's going to be a blowout. I got them winning 4. I don't see Boston winning the game coming close.
Okay, cool.
Cleveland loses a game, they need to stop it if they lose the game.
Okay.
I'm going to say stop it if they lose a game.
All right. Moving on to the next game. Actually, I didn't forget to say they was tied in the series, Boston and Cleveland. But, of course, the 2 games that Boston won, I'm sure the big 3 wasn't playing at the time. So, all right, moving on to the next game, we got the number 3 Chicago Bulls, 50-32 for the season, going up against the Milwaukee Bucks that finished in the 6th seed, finished 541-41. Bulls won the series, the regular season, 3-1. I'm about to put the clock on. Of course, since I'm a born and bred Chicagoan, love diehard Chicago Bulls fan, I'm trying to keep this unbiased. But, I mean, looking at the paper, talking about the Milwaukee Bucks real quick, Jason Kidd has done the damn thing with the Milwaukee Bucks. He's another candidate for Coach of the Year. They got Michael Carter-Williams over there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever that brother name, the small forward over there, he doing the thing. Jaja Pachulia, center. He got that team. They got that team looking good for the future. And just let's not forget, they don't have Jabari Parker in the lineup because of that torn ACL. So they got potential for the future. But you're going up against a veteran squad in the Chicago Bulls who's deep in the bench. We know there's a 8-man rotation when it comes to the playoffs. But, I mean, Joakim Noah, he's coming back a little bit healthy. Jimmy Butler should be the most improved player of the NBA. Derrick Rose coming back healthy. They all bursting on all pistons. Aaron Brooks coming off the bench. And Mirotic, he's going to do some damage. I don't think Tony Snell going to be in the lineup because of his 8-man rotation, but I'm sure Mirotic will be there. With all that being said, Bulls getting a little healthier right now. They're gonna make a run in the Eastern Conference, and the first victim of the Bulls will be the Milwaukee Bucks. So I got the Bulls in 5. What you got, Brandon?
Okay, here we go with the Bulls. Now both of us we from here, so we've seen it all year.
Jason,
they usually they don't do too well against teams like this because they supposed to.
Right.
I know how that sounds, but it is what it is. But I like the Milwaukee. Milwaukee's not a pushover. They I think they may rank 2nd or 3rd in the league in defense. They long, they scrappy. So they got Kidd over there, so they're gonna play. They're gonna come to play. And that Chicago. Wait, okay, can they hit the switch? Is this not regular season no more? Can they turn it up? Can everybody stay healthy? This is healthy as I don't know if this is healthy as they've been all year, but hell, they all on the court together. So that's got to be and they in this. So they don't Milwaukee. I'll go and you don't want to get. Don't want to go.
Okay. Well, we got a problem hearing you, bro.
yeah, you cutting in and out.
Yeah, you cutting in and out, man. So we'll know what was your last couple of seconds. What you said.
Yeah, Hey, I thought he said. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, I thought he said.
Chicago in 5.
Nah, I thought he said Serena in the 5. That's why I didn't know what he was saying. Like, what?
Nah, hey,
No.
Brandon, we can't hear you, bro.
Back, can you hear that?
Yeah. What'd you say now?
Say it again.
I think you said Chicago in 5 that time.
Okay. All right. Mr. Controversy, go ahead, bro.
This should be a sweep as well. I'm not lying though. I'm kind of nervous. I won't lie. I'm kind of nervous because the Bulls, you know how we've done in the season, especially at home. I think we've lost to 8 teams under 500. I think 7 or 8
Yeah.
at home this season. So kind of nervous, but at the same time, everybody's coming back healthy. Playoff experience, defense. Hopefully, it seems like when we have everybody together, we don't play defense. I don't know why. When Rose is out, the team wants to play defense. So somehow we got to combine everything together and play defense and score. With Milwaukee, they're just long. You know, you got the Greek Freak. That's what you can call them, Greek the Freak. Michael Carter Williams, and who else they have? Don't forget OJ Mayo.
Right,
but
that's true.
They have players, but again, no playoff experience. I don't think they're gonna do anything. You know, the only problem is, like I said, the Bulls. If they want to lie down themselves and do like they usually do and just give up a game or two, you know, at home. But other than that, this is the best matchup for the Bulls, for Derrick Rose to get back healthy and get back his rhythm. And I have the Bulls sweeping the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I guess everybody agreed the Bulls going to do it. So I think everybody agreed on the first 2 matchups. Let's see how we're going to match up with the next series. We got the number 4 Toronto Raptors. Finished the season under 500 at 49-33, going up against the number 5 Washington Wizards. That also finished the season under 500 at 46-36. At the beginning of the season, these teams looked like they was formidable opponents. I think they was 2-3 at the beginning of the season, but like I always say, and like Brandon always said, cream rise to the top eventually at the end, and we see where they land right now, number 4 and 5. With this matchup, I'm going to go ahead and hit I'm sorry. There we go. 2 minutes. With this matchup, it's kind of evenly rather. You got, of course, the front court of Marcin Gortat and Nene for the Wizards. Always been rough, physical players down low. The front backcourt matchup between John Wall and Bradley Beal. They could be the top. They could be in the top 5 of the best backcourt in the league. They could be. They got potential. Whether they do it or not, I can't really say they are. I said before that they're going to miss Trevor Ariza's 3-point shooting and defense. He playing for Houston right now. So it is what it is. Toronto Raptors, they got a nice little lineup. They got a nice little backcourt with Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Nice little center and I'm going to get it right. Jonas, I'm going to put it like that. And coming off the bench, we got Grievous Vasquez and Lou Williams. So I'm going to have to go with the team that's in the Great White North in Canada to win this series. If Wizards had the Trevor Ariza, I probably would have went with the Wizards. But right now, what I'm looking at on paper, I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors. And this might go all 7 games. I'm going to have Toronto Raptors in 7. What say you, Brandon?
You switched up on me. That's okay. I'm thinking a long series too. Washington, they had that they started off, hot, and they pretty much stayed that way through most of the season. Then maybe a month ago they plateaued a little bit where they lost, maybe 10 out of 13 or something like that. But they seem to regain focus. They tough defensively, they fast, You know, they got the wall over there. They've I want to say been through the rigors of the East because the East don't do that no more to the other teams. But Toronto was the same way. They started off hot, whatever, and you know I seen them. They run into Chicago a couple times. You know, it's a team that's what's the word I'm looking for? That I don't want to say they're equally their counter because I think Chicago just is more superior to them. But they folded, you know, and Toronto never really got that swagger back that they had the first 2 months of the season. So I'm thinking it's going to be a long series, and I like Washington in 7 in this series. I don't think Toronto got the moxie to finish this one off.
Okay, cool. Mr. Controversy, give us your 2 cents.
I think this. Honestly, I'm gonna switch it up. I think I said 7 before. I think Toronto's going in 6. Toronto will beat them in 6.
Okay.
In 5. Washington can beat this team, but the problem is Washington. I don't think they want to win. I think they're trying to get their coach fired and Whitman. I mean, I like I said before, I like Washington's team. Washington has a nice squad. I mean, when you think about from, you know, especially the starting 5, they have all bigs, nice, nice point guard, nice, very good point guard, shooting guard. You have experience coming off the bench with my man Pierce. Is Andre Miller still there?
No.
He went to he's still there, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. He's still there. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. You got Andre Miller. Like I said, I like that squad. I like that team. My only thing is they don't play hard. Mm-hmm. So I have Toronto winning, man. Toronto has a nice squad, nice players. Y'all mentioned the players in Toronto. Kyle Lowry is going to go off. This is his time. He should take advantage. And I like the coach.
Okay.
For Toronto, and I got Toronto winning in 6.
All right, cool. We're going to move on to the Western Conference right now. We got the matchup of the number 1 Golden State Warriors at 67-15, best record in the league, going up against the number 8 New Orleans Pelicans at 45-37. This is the Pelicans' first playoff appearance since trading Chris Paul in 2011. The Warriors had tied for the 6th best record in NBA history. We all know about go ahead and get started. We all know about the Golden State Warriors, Splash Brothers doing their thing. Draymond Green playing hella defense over there. Andrew Bogut, probably the first time he played a complete season since he's been in the NBA. He got a nice little bench with Sean Livingston coming off of there and Iguodala. Once again, New Orleans Pelicans, they doing great things right now. They got a future. If they keep Anthony Davis, Tyreek Evans, Eric Gordon, nice little backcourt, Amir Sheik, Ryan Anderson down low. This is going to be the experience that they're going to need to move forward in the next couple of years. But right now, I might give the Pelicans 1 game, but I'm going to go ahead and say the sweep. But I'm definitely going to go with the Golden State Warriors over the New Orleans Pelicans. What say you, Brandon?
Yeah, this one shouldn't be no contest. I'm not even gonna give New Orleans a game. Golden, they just that much more superior. Although I love New Orleans front court with Cunningham, Sheik, and Davis. You know they big. They got some things going on there. And they're gonna be good, a real good team if they can keep these guys together for a little while. But Golden State, they just got. You know, it's all, you know, glitz and glamour, you know, during the regular season. Now it's showtime now. It's time to put up or shut up, you know. So I think Golden State going to come out there. They're going to be on 10, and I think they're going to run New Orleans out of the building early and often.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. Controversy, what you got?
Okay, I know this doesn't have anything to do with the games right quick, but Brandon, do you have a New York Yankees hat on?
Hey.
Anyway, let me supposed to be Chicago
Bring
guy.
back that at another time.
But I'm bringing back to the game. I'm bringing back to the NBA.
I purposely wore this, just so I know.
I know why. I have Golden State winning in 6. I think Pelicans going to win 2 games, you all. This is the 2015 version of the 1994 Denver Nuggets.
Oh.
Players, nice front court, dominant player defensively in Anthony Davis, dominant player offensively in Anthony Davis. Denver to have that. You know, they had scores with Chris Jackson. You had LaFonso Ellis coming in, putting his stamp on the game. Rodney Rogers, all of them. But with this team, you got players like Tyreke Evans, Gordon, Drew Holiday, Cunningham. Don't forget about Ryan Anderson and the Sheep. I mean, they have a nice nucleus, nice squad. They're young, but still, I like this team, and I like the coach. I like what Monty is doing with them, and I think they can surprise Golden State. Golden State, y'all mentioned who they have and everything, but they shoot a lot of threes. They shoot a lot of jumpers.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we know Curry gonna hit his jumpers, but it's playoff time. Sometimes jumpers don't fall. That's what messed them up in the last 2 playoffs. In the last 2 years, you know, in the playoffs, they've always jumper failed them when they needed it most. So I got Pelicans winning 2 games, but Golden State 4-2.
All right, cool. You know what? I didn't pay attention. Of course, we had this problem last time, Mr. Controversy. We on the time limit. I'm looking at the time. We got 5 minutes left, so we're going to quickly go through the next 3 series. We got the Houston Rockets that's 56-26, number 2 seed going up against the number 7 seed Dallas Mavericks that's 50-32. Rockets won the regular season series 3-1. I think the Houston Rockets got a little chip on their shoulder for the simple fact Dallas Mavericks stole Chandler Parsons from them last season. Houston Rockets got James Harden, I believe should be the next MVP of this season. Both of them got nice little lineups. I put it up between Mikal and Rick Carlisle. I think Rick Carlisle will out-coach Mikal, but I just think with James Harden, Trevor Ariza, Josh Smith coming off the bench, playing some defense, shockingly, I'm going to go with the Houston Rockets over the Mavericks in 7 games. Dwight Howard's on team, but to me, he's irrelevant. We'll talk about that later. But I'm going with the Rockets over the Mavericks in 7. What say you, Brandon?
7 games, a lot of games. Dwight Howard was out, I think, well, most of them games they played this season.
Right.
And Dallas made them tough. They didn't win the games, but, you know, it was still some tough games. Harden, he's going to continue to so come through to the world that he's the MVP or whatever. He's going to shoot you in and shoot you out of the game. Houston is playing great defense. Dallas ain't playing no defense. And I think Dallas' mistake this season was picking up Rondo. That hasn't worked out for them. You know, I know everybody, jumped on the Rondo bandwagon, but he ain't done crap. He should have stayed in Boston. I'm taking Houston in 6. I would love to see Dallas upset them, though. Dirk, that's my man. I would love to see that happen. I don't think it will, just because they don't have the personnel to do it and the defensive hammer. But I'm taking Houston in 6.
Okay. Mr. Controversy?
Real quick is going 7. I think Houston is 7. Rondo is the X factor. If Carlisle release Rondo, let him do what he do, control the game, have the ball in his hands instead of letting Monte. I know they love Monte handling the rock, but too much Harden. I think Howard steps up this series. It's going to be a nice matchup between Harden. I'm not Howard. Howard and my man from Dallas. I can't think of his name. Tyson Chandler. I think it's going to be a nice matchup, but I have Houston at 7.
Okay, cool. Next matchup, we have the death match between the number 3 Los Angeles Lakers, that's 56-26 for the season, going up against the number 6 San Antonio Spurs, that's 55
You mean the Clippers
for the season. Huh?
You mean the Clippers?
What'd I say?
The Lakers.
Oh, my gosh. And I hate the Lakers. I hate the Lakers. Anyway, okay. Both of them on nice little momentum. Spurs finished the season 21-4 run. Clippers finished the season 23-7 run. You got the two-time defending Western Conference champions going up against a team that should have been and got the team to be champions. I think they definitely gonna come through the first round. I like the Spurs. I like what they got. But I got the Clippers squeaking this one out in 7. It's going to go 7 games. I got them winning in 7. We're on time. I can't get in too much on it, but I got the Clippers over the Spurs. What you got, Brandon?
I'm going with the Spurs until somebody actually derail this train in the West, okay? That's as simple as that. Clippers, they all right, but until they show me they can do it, I'm going with the Spurs. Spurs in 6.
Okay.
Real quick, Clippers in 7. I'm going to just leave it like that. Clippers in 7. I agree with Glass, but I got Clippers in 7.
Okay. Last game, I don't even think it's relevant because everybody's hurt on both teams. We got the number 4 Portland Trail Blazers. That's 51-31 for the season going up against the number 5 Memphis Grizzlies. That's 55-27 the season. How that work, I don't know. But like I said, after the mass unit casualties on both teams, I'm going to go with the Memphis Grizzlies because they got the grindhouse. They're going to be physical with the Portland Trail Blazers. They're going to be able to handle it. So I'm going to go with the Grizzlies over the Blazers in 7. Maybe 6. Maybe 7. What say you, Brandon?
I like the Grizzlies in 6. They play tough and they hurt. They play tougher when they back us up against the wall, and no doubt they back us up against the wall. So I'm taking Memphis in 6.
Go.
Memphis in 4.
Woo! I would like to expound on that one, but we're running out of time. Those are our picks. I want to thank Brandon, my partner in crime, for GWS Sports, for joining in. Thank our partner over there, Mr. Controversy from 3-point conversion. You can follow your Twitter handles will be down here somewhere. Check it out. Thanks for joining in.